So today we will talk about the annual status of education report 2021. This was basically a 2020 report, but this came in 2021. That's why considered as 2021 report. As I told you that annual status means it released annually every year. Remember that this time education is the first phone based survey. So this is the very important point, and this is released by the Pratham Education Foundation. So let's talk about the annual status of education report. Remember that recently the annual status of education report survey was released by the Pratham Education Foundation. So remember that this is the releasing agency. If we talk about the survey, then remember that annual status of education report survey is released by, facilitated by the Pratham Education Foundation, and is the oldest survey of its kind in the country. So this is important point you need to remember. If you talk about the ACR annual education or annual status on education report 2020, then it is the first phone based survey you need to remember, and it was conducted in September 2020 and now released. So that's why it was considered a 2021 report. Now what is the main focus, or you can say the summary of this annual status of education report? If you talk about, then overall talks about an increase in dependence on private tuition. Means now the children or the whatever the children are studying in the school, private school or the government school, now they are relying more and more private education, private tuitions. Why? Because as you know, there is a COVID-19 and lack of contact between the teacher and the students are taking place, and obviously there is no school or almost around the 18 months or 19 months. That's why the reliant on private tuition has been increased in the last year. So this is, and if you talk about an absence of the ready access smartphone, as you know, during the COVID-19 there is heavy demand of the smartphone was taking place because of the online education, and but still the 1/3 of the student in class first do not have a smartphone to take a class. That's why there is an absence of ready access to smartphone, and specific attention is needed to help make up learning losses, especially in lowest classes. As you know, during the COVID-19 there is a heavy losses in education because there is no interaction between the teacher and the student, and students are not able to catch up, and this is one of the problem which teachers identify. So this is one of the important and which lead to the heavy losses, and especially in lowest classes, because lowest classes are student are, you know, they need to nurture, and they are at the very lowest level, and from the 0 point they have to nurture up to 10 point. So that's why the focus should be on especially in lowest classes. So now we will talk about the facts and the data which are provided by the annual status of education report. If we talk about the annual status of education report, then remember that this survey conducted amongst 25,324 children, and ages consist of 15 to 16 years around the 1581 rural districts in 25 states and 3 Union territories. And remember that which has the coverage of 7,299 government school and teachers and students. So this is the basic on which the basis the survey is conducted. Now the main fact. If we talk about the enrollment number, then increase in enrollment of a student from private to government school. If we talk about, though this is the first time it have ever had. Why? Because there is a urban to rural migration, and in rural there are more facility of government school rather than private school. And another is the income. As you know, due to the COVID-19, the lower income and the half of wages is getting the poor family, and that's why the people, the parents are taking out children from private school and enrolling their children in government school. So that's why. If we talk about the data, the enrollment in government school is 64.3% in 2018, and if we talk about in 2020, then 65.8%, and if we talk about there is a high jump of around the 5% if we talk about the 17.3%, and if we talk about the fall in private school enrollment from 28.8% to 24.4%. So this is all about. If we talk about the government school enrollment had been declining since 2006, means now the more and more children are getting enrolled in the private school, but now there is a trend is reverse. So this is all about, and stabilized around in 2018 around the 65%. If we talk about the tuition dependent, around the 39.2% of children are taking private tuitions. Remember that taking private tuitions from the 2018 to 2021. And if you talk about from poor families, there is a requirement of private tuition is more. Why there is a requirement of private tuition? Because now they are enrolled in the government school, and government school doesn't provide that facility which provided by the private school. So there is a gap between the learning of a student. So that's why which is fulfilled by the private tuition. So that's why there is a high need in the private tuitions in poor family. And the proportion of children with parents in low education category taking tuition in increased from 12.6%. What do you mean by this statement? This statement means the parents are less literate, and that's why they send their children to private tuitions, because they cannot cover as compared to the higher education parent. So this is all. If you talk about the digital divide in learning education, if you talk about what is the meaning of the digital divide, as you know, there is a gap between the learning of education online. It is known as the digital divide. If you talk about, there is a stark digital divide which carries the risk of severely affecting the learning of primary grade students. So this is one of the problem. If you talk about almost 1/3, means out of 100%, there is around 33 or 34% of a student in children class 1st and 2nd didn't have a smartphone available at home basically to take a classes online. So this is one of the problem. If you talk about the at least one smartphone has risen from the 36.5% in 2018 to 67.6% in 20. This is positive news. You need to remember. If you talk about only 99%, means almost 20% of children in classes 1st and 2nd have access to a smartphone whenever they require. Means if there is a smartphone available at home, so whenever they require, they have access around only to 20% of students in class per, and this is because it severely affects the teacher, because in online education you need a smartphone, you need laptops, you need tab, etc. So these kind of things you require, which the class even 1st and 2nd children didn't have. So there is a obviously digital divide. If you talk about the learning gap you talk about, then 65.4% children unable to catch up. What do you mean by the unable to catch up? Suppose if teachers is saying or teachers is trying to learning the children something, so they are unable to catch up. So the learning capacity or numerical skill and learning capacity of children has not developed yet. So that's why they are unable to catch up. Actually, this is one of the serious challenge raised by teachers. So this is all about. If we talk about the National Achievement Survey, also flagged these serious challenges, said that there is a lack of numerical skills in a student, and that's why they are unable to catch up. So this is one of the problems. If we talk about the annual status of education report, then obviously there are some positive trends. As I have told you that there is a recent decline of smart. So this is. So decline in the proportion of children not currently enrolled in the age of 15 to 16, means now the proportion of enrolling students has been increased in the group of age 15 to 16 around the 9th to 10th class if you talk about. So this is all about. In 2010, the not enrolled children in between these ages, so there was the 16.1%, the continuous decline in 2018 12.1%. If you talk about in 2020, then 9.9%, and if you talk about the 2021, now so the growing importance of the education is now getting in the mind of children, and obviously the universalization of education at secondary level is the aim of the government in the national education policy as well. So this is you need to remember. If we talk about the 99, almost the 92% of enrolled students have textbooks for their current grade, means in which standard they are studying. Now they have the books. So 92% of those children, which is a very huge number. So you need to remember. So obviously there are some positive trend. This is all about of annual status of education report 2021. Thank you guys. Hope you like this video. You should subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.